So, you guys got something specific, measurable, as if now, realistic and timed? Anybody want to share something you're working on, or just you want to keep it to yourselves, whatever? Susan?
In all honesty, the things that I am looking at are very personal.
Okay, that's fine.
They're not like what you're doing that's external. They're internal things, like getting myself out of my aloneness.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. It's hard for me to sit here and say I have a goal for 2 weeks from now, because if you'd been in my house today, you'd have gone nuts. My day was completely canceled on me except for this.
Ah, okay.
And I had nothing to do, and I'm not a shopper, and I've walked the dog more times than he's been walked in weeks. So I don't know how to say to you, how do I organize and do things that I've never done before as an alone person.
Right.
I'm no longer the mother in charge.
Right.
I gotta take care of this.
Nice.
And I don't know how to put it on your timetable.
Right. So if you were able to have what it is you want.
Not to be alone, not to be lonely.
Okay. But see, you're focusing on not being lonely.
Being comfortable and out there.
Okay, so where? Out where?
I don't know.
Doing what?
I don't know.
What would you imagine that you would... I mean, this is not working, so you want something else, but what is it you want?
I volunteer. I already do that. I constantly try to make new acquaintances through church and other things, and I find that I'm the one doing the reaching. Right. And I get cut off.
Right. Interesting, yeah. Actually, I had an interesting thought today. I was recently in a spiritual community, and
gee, do I know about that?
and it occurred, I was like, it's kind of weird. Nobody invites anybody over for dinner anymore. It's like I've never had a dinner invitation from anybody in that community. Isn't that weird?
When I first got here, you do realize my background was 28 years with the military.
Right.
When I first got here, I invited people over for dinner.
Right.
Professional, church, all the time.
Right.
Nobody invited me back.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just people don't do that anymore.
No.
You know?
I didn't.
Nobody cooks anymore.
Yeah, nobody cooks anymore. That's the other weird thing.
I cook every night for me.
Right.
I didn't know people do that.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So for you, one of the challenges, if you're focused on what you don't want, you're going to always get what you don't want. Right? So your challenge is to make a list or make an idea, have an image of what it is you do want.
Have you ever seen a movie that had that wanted going through what you were?
No.
Yes.
Maybe playing with creating a collage or something. With cutting up pictures from magazines when you see people it looks like they're having fun, and you don't have words for it, but maybe having pictures and collecting them might help you to frame it.
Yeah, I mean, what is it you like to do? What would be fun?
Sing.
Okay. Well, I'm working on finding a bigger space and more people so that you'll feel comfortable singing.
I sing.
Do you need backup girls?
I sing over at Russell Sage. I mean,
I always wanted to be one of the Raylettes.
The Raylettes.
I do. I mean, I've reached out. I left a choir to come to Unity.
Right.
And there was no. And every time he says, "Let's have a group," I come up and sing with you guys.
Right.
So I do that the best I can.
Right.
Or I try.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, you're working on it. So what I want you to do is create a picture of you having a really awesome social circle. It doesn't have to be big. I mean, I'm an introvert. I don't hang out very much. And I'm working all the time. And I'm working on all these projects. So I don't find myself to be lonely.
But you also have someone in your life.
I have someone in my life.
And that makes you in my mind, very lucky.
Yes. Ooh-wee, I'm lucky. I'm gonna sing that song. How did you know?
Blessed.
Yes, like,
Yeah.
You are so blessed.
Yeah.
so you're looking for someone.
Oh, always. That's
So-
part of it.
So you want to be in a relationship? You want to be? You want to? Do you want to date? Do you want to hang out?
Well,
What do you
see,
want to
that's
do?
just it. I just would. It doesn't. I'm heterosexual. I'm not gay at all.
Okay.
But at this point in my life, if it were just a female friend who wanted to spend more time with
Right,
me,
right.
it would fill that emptiness.
Right,
and
sure.
I keep trying for that.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because I'm a pain in the ass or what, but I
Okay.
just don't find it.
Well, I'm excited because one of the things that
Boy, did I talk more than I wanted to.
oh yeah, awesome, that's great, that's great. But that's step one is actually revealing ourselves and saying, hey, this is what I want.
Could I just say one more thing?
Sure.
You two met my last week. Everything that was talked about by my brother was about the brutality of my father
Wow.
in our childhood.
Wow.
And ever since he left, I have had this horrendous feeling of, there was this, in my mind, there was a filing cabinet way at the back. I dealt with it. I'd forgiven my father. It was
Right.
closed. It was, now all the drawers are open and files are just flying
Ah.
out. And I've got to get past that so I can bring myself back up to a healthier level.
All right. So, do you have a picture of the file cabinet
In my head.
and the stuff all over the place?
Yes.
Put it in the files. Put it in the drawers.
And close the drawers up.
And close the
put it back
drawers
in.
right now.
Okay.
That image is affecting you. Do you understand?
I do.
So close it up, shrink it down, push it way back to where it was.
Can I lock it?
You can lock it. You can even load it on a truck and have it taken away.
You
Whatever
could
you
try
want.
that. You could try that. But
Yeah.
somehow it would
Right.
find its way back to the back of the closet.
So when you think of it now, where is it?
At the moment, it's back in the corner.
Okay, cool. Is it behind you or is it over here? Where
Oh, it's over that way.
it's over that way. Okay. So play with moving it farther. Play with shrinking down even more. Play with dimming out the picture. Or making it blurry, making it dim, blurry, far away. And how does that feel?
If I can keep it there, it'll feel great.
Right. So that's your practice, is to keep it
Keep
there.
it there.
But you hear people talking about something and they describe it in visual, and you know why they're agitated and upset, because like it's right here. We can move that stuff away.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So, it's good. So good stuff. I think you're doing great. So let's take whatever it is we want for this coming week and take a moment to review it, make sure it's specific, measurable, as of now, realistic, and timed. And yes?
Can you explain as of now one more time?
Yeah. Basically, it is now, and then whatever date you want this thing to happen by. That's it. It is now 2016, December 31st of 2016, and I'm doing my very own New Year's program in some awesome whatever I want to be doing. It is in my mind. It's then, as if now. Does that make sense? Did I make it good? Okay. All right. So you guys ready? Here we go. So make a picture of what it is you want and make it really vibrant, seeing through your own eyes first. See what it is that you would experience having this goal. See it, hear it, feel it, taste it, smell it, to make it very vivid, very real. You can close your eyes if you want, or you can leave them open. You can stare off in the distance. You can draw a picture, whatever you want to do. And then when you have something that's really, really vibrant and clear and bright, if that helps, and close, and sometimes I'll go all IMAX on something, just make it huge. Once you get that, then step out of the picture, so you're now kind of the camera person, and you're seeing yourself in the picture, seeing yourself experiencing what it is you want to experience. And then just let me know when you got that.
Got it.
Cool. That was fun. I want to go there too. That was
No,
good.
no, no, that's mine.
Well, I thought maybe you wanted company. You know, maybe we could all hang out together. So,
Yeah, you were saying about having more people last night. You set yourself on that.
are we in the picture?
I guess
Okay,
not.
all right. All right, so now we're going to float up above your timeline in your imagination and go out to that specific day, and we're going to all breathe 4 deep breaths into that, and I'm going to breathe into yours, you're going to breathe into yours, and we'll all breathe into each other's, and we'll just charge up, yes?
It's funny what you mean by breathing into it.
Just, I imagine, I don't know, like I'm Gandalf, you know, the wizard, and I'm breathing magic and life, and my life force into this picture, my intention, my will, my
Making a balloon animal?
not quite like that, but just more like I can't think of the movie, but there was like some movie where, you know, kind of like this magical creature would just kind of go, you know, into the picture, and it would just begin to sparkle, or you know, Tinkerbell, you know, putting a little fairy dust into it. This is the breathing part is from Hawaiian Huna, and it's an ancient Hawaiian way of breathing intention. So, all right, ready? Number 3. See it charging up. I'm just seeing it just kind of shining and vibrating and humming with energy, and go ahead and let it float right down into the day, the specific day that you want this to be actualized in your life, and feel it kind of click into place like the piece of a puzzle. And once it clicks into place, turn and look back towards now in your mind and see all the things that need to happen so that that is a reality, and then turn and look out towards the future and see this good thing continuing or expanding or growing or flourishing out in the future as well. And then when you're ready, let go of the form and come on back to now. Nice. Ahua. That's how you guys do it. Sweet. So this is something I do with all my clients. I usually do this at the end after we've, you know, cleared all the other stuff. But I also just use it, and I want to make it a part of my practice to do this on a weekly basis, to really intend the life that I want. And yes.
Do you like go through this process repeatedly with a single thing, or do you just like plant it once and then it's good and you go on to the next thing?
Pretty much I plant it once and then it's good.
Okay.
And that's my experience has been whenever I've done this, it has literally been programmed. I did the first year I was in practice in 2004. I was just starting my practice, and I had set some timeline goals that were totally unrealistic because I'd never started a hypnosis practice before, and if I'd known how long it took to get it going, I probably wouldn't have started. I thought, I came back from my hypnosis NLP training, I thought the next month I would be making $20,000, you know, because I talked to practitioners who were making $20,000 a month, and so that was real, but I wasn't aware that it took them 10 years to kind of get there, you know. So I was broke and I was frustrated, and I was still doing school gigs, and I had a bunch of bills that needed to be paid, and it was a Friday, and I didn't have any clients on my schedule for the next week, and I didn't have any schools in the next 2 weeks, and I needed money now. I needed it by the following Tuesday. And so I installed a certain amount of money in my timeline for the following Tuesday. And I did the breathing, I did everything, and literally 10 minutes later the phone rang. It was someone interested in hypnosis, and they ended up scheduling for the following Thursday. So it wasn't Tuesday, right? See, that's why we have to let go of the form, because sometimes it's not an order that you're placing with the universe. It's a suggestion. And it was interesting because 20 minutes later, someone else called and booked a session for literally Tuesday. I'm like, there we go. Okay. And then the mail came on Saturday, and there was no money in the mail. And Monday, I went and looked at the mailbox, and the mail hadn't come yet, but there was a check that had come Saturday. But whoever took the mail out of the mailbox, that check stayed in the mailbox. It was weird. And it was a check from a school that had paid me they had already paid me 50% deposit, and for some reason they just sent me the balance. Unexplainable. And then there was another school, the Waterbury School District, which takes 90 days to pay after you do the gig, and for some reason that check came when the mail did come on Monday. So it was just like these weird things happened that were, and I literally documented it. And again, the question I keep asking myself is, why do I forget to do this on a daily basis? And I, and I shared last week, winning a raffle, just making my raffle ticket like huge and tucking it just literally 30 seconds into my future right here, and winning. Whenever I really engage in this process, it literally happens, and I've taught it to clients, and they've experienced the same thing, and we all always forget to use it. Like, what is that? So again, this is a practice, and if we can remind each other, we can begin to absolutely rock our lives, and that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and so I always want to know how you do, and the main rule is if you always get your goals, you're doing too small. If you never get your goals, they're too big. So some adjustment may be necessary, and that's just part of the process. All right? Any questions? Any answers? All right. Cool.